Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Lead Pedal Podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge, and today we've got our first lot of featured trucks to vote on. This one is going to come to you from Chrome Supply Warehouse. That's our partners on this one for sure. So if you need to make your truck look the best it can be, then Chrome Supply Warehouse is where you need to go. Go to ChromeSupplyWarehouse.com. If you're going through Belleville, Ontario, they're on the north side of the 401, exit 538. Just look for the big blue glass building, and they got 8,000 square feet of the best truck parts ever. So they're going to be our partner on this one and sponsor of today's show for sure. So our first set of trucks are classic trucks, and I'm going to tell you all about who's in the first spot right after this.
They're just hilarious. Great show. Good show. My favorite show.
Be sure to share the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
Thank you for tuning into
The Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
And now your host.
All right, let's get this party started. Big thank you to Chrome Supply Warehouse for sponsoring the featured truck contest for this year and last year, and also being a great sponsor on our podcast. So how does this work? If you listen to our last episode, I explained all about so we've been doing this for the last few years. I guess 5 years. This will be our fifth one. So yeah, 5 years we've been doing this. So as you know, every Friday we have a featured truck, and it doesn't matter who it is. It's trucks we see at shows, or people send us their truck pictures, whatever it is, and we don't tell them. They don't know they're having a featured truck. We just do it, right? So we go around the shows, and sometimes we get an interview, sometimes we don't, depends who's around, but we pick trucks that look good, and we've had some trucks that were previous featured trucks, so we try not to have them back the next year, so we always kind of have a year in between. But if you were a featured truck a couple years ago, you're eligible to be back again. You'll see there's a couple that we've got that were featured trucks years ago. Any of the ones that have won best featured truck are not featured again. They are set as the best of the featured trucks, and we've had some great ones over the years. So what we do is we group these into lots. So we've got 4 lots that we're going to have. We have classic trucks, which are kind of the old B model Max and that kind of stuff. We have cab overs, and then we have old conventionals. So we have conventionals which are basically from the 70s to the 90s, and then we have conventionals that are 2000 up, because we got a lot of new stuff. It's not fair to have a 2026 Pete go against a 1978 white Western Star, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so here's our classic trucks. We're starting off with classic trucks. So, and I think it might be easy to get a winner because the person that owns probably about half of these classic trucks that came from the same collection. But we'll see how this goes. So what we're doing is we're voting. So you have to be in the fan club to vote. So what's going to happen is when you hear this, there's going to be images put on the fan club and the fan club will vote over that week. So they've got until the next week to vote. We will choose the winner of that. So what's going to happen is this is going to come down to four people, 4 trucks, 1 from each class, and then we are going to have those 4 voted on, and there will be a winner out of those 4. All right. And I don't vote. It's all done through the fan club. They vote. It's a poll, so we don't know who's voting. It's kind of just there. All right. So they're only allowed to vote once, so you can't have someone gaming the system, that kind of thing. All right. So our first set of classic trucks is we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 of these classic trucks are from the same collection, so there's a good chance this person might win. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 classic trucks to start off with for this year. So these are old trucks. They're older than 1970, and most of them are in their, in in the 50s. So we've got the first one, and if you want to go and check these out, there's also a podcast episode explaining them, and there's also a YouTube video showing them off. So you can either go to our YouTube channel or you go to our podcast. And if you go to the podcast, you can actually click through to the YouTube channel as well to see them, see if we did an interview there. We did an interview with the owners. You can see all about the trucks, all of that kind of stuff. All right, so our first set of trucks are the classic trucks, okay? And our first one is Merlot. Now, Merlot is a 54 Mac LTL. This is from Chuck Snow's collection, episode number 1482. You can go there and see this. This was a beautiful one. We saw it up there. It's wine color, which is why it's called Merlot. A beautiful truck. One of the prize collections that Chuck has. The next one is another one from Chuck's collection. This one's a B61 Mac. It's called Petunia. He names all his trucks, which I think are really cool. So he calls this one called Petunia. And so it's a B61 Mac. You can go check this one out. This one is very nice. Episode number 1470. Then we have another Mac from his collection. This is a 1960 B75 Mac. And these three were his prized possessions. He's a real Mac lover, so you can see there's only one, and it's in the cab over section, which is actually a Ford of his. But all of his other trucks are Macs for sure. All right, so we got a 1960 B75 Mac. We've also got then we've got a custom Mini Kenworth. This one is like on a pickup truck body, but it was a it was a Mini Kenworth. This thing's beautiful. It was around a 75, and it was a 1431. So we put this one here. That Mini Kenworth actually it could have gone anywhere. It could have also gone in the next section. We'll put it here. Then we have a 46 Dodge Toy Hauler. This thing was really nice, white and green. We saw that up at the Big Rigs Truck Show. That was episode. So the Mini Kenworth was 1431, and the Dodge Toy Hauler was 1428. And then we have a yellow white power truck. It was 1950 white power. This one is a episode 1398. That one we saw up at Big Rigs as well. So there is our 6 classic trucks. We're going to vote on one of those. One of those is going to come out as the winner. I don't know which one. If you are in our fan club on Facebook, then go over there if you'd like to vote. If you're not in our fan club yet, go on over there. You can join and then you can vote. And so we're going to be doing that one. So that's the classic trucks, which are the first ones for this year. And if you don't know what you're getting, as most, I think, people know that I'm also a artist, you will be getting, the winner will get a custom illustration of their truck. That's a $250 value. They will also get a $50 gift certificate from our friend over at Chrome Supply Warehouse. And sometimes we throw in some others, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what we have at the time. Sometimes we have swag, sometimes we don't. So we'll see what we have available. But anyway, that is what we're going to have. So okay, so that is the first ones. That's our classic truck selection for the first set. Well, when we come back, I'll tell you about some of the events we got coming up. But before we do that, let me tell you a little bit about Driver Check. Driver Check is a great sponsor. They sponsor our trivia games. They've been sponsoring our podcast. Great set of friends to work with. They keep the workplace safe through drug and alcohol testing and all of that. So if you want to check them out, then make sure you go there and check out drivercheck.ca. All right, let me tell you about it. We only got a couple of events before the end of the year. One thing I need to do is I guess we should start with this event. So the first event we've got, if you just saw it, or it was earlier this week, it was Remembrance Day. So a big thank you to all of our veterans that have helped give us the freedom that we have today. We appreciate that. Then we've got our next event here is the if you're listening to this the day of, the next event that we have on the calendars is the TCA Canada Bridging the Borders event. That's November 19th, 2025 in Mississauga, Ontario. That's truckloadbbb.com. That's going to be talking about U.S.-Canada trucking. Then the Trucking Network's having their Fleet Executive Summit on November 25th, 2025 in Brampton. Go to fleetexecsummit.net and you can check that one out for sure. Those are the only two we've got other than your normal holidays of Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that kind of stuff. So we'll leave that alone for sure. Anyway, big thank you to everybody for listening. Make sure you vote on our feature truck. Big good luck to all the contestants. And we'll see who comes out. That's our first one here. Last year we did this and it took until March. So we're starting it earlier this year. So let's see if we can get this done. We've got, there's going to be 4 separate lots where we're going to be. All right. So enjoy. Check out the trucks. Go check out the videos on this. And we will talk to you later. Bye for now.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.